Welcome to the WOAFM99 Radio Show. This is Season 17, our premiere episode, and we've got some great news for you. There's been a lot of stuff happening since our last show in December when we had our Christmas programming. We had all these great Christmas songs all through December, and then we've taken a break because we had some major releases happening on WOA. And we had the WOA Chillout Zone Volume 9, which launched a few weeks ago. And in a couple of days, it hit number 1 in the UK. Okay, I'm not kidding. So it was number 1 on the iTunes UK charts. And it also hit the official UK album charts, coming in at number 31 or 36, somewhere there in the top 40, which is just amazing. And today we've got some of those artists from the album checking into the show. They've called in from Australia, from America, from the UK, just to say hello to everybody, and we're playing some of those songs. And all through season 17, artists from our number 1 chart-topping album, WOA Chillout Zone, will be joining us in the studio. Stick around for the best independent music from around the world. You get to hear it first on the WOAFM99 Radio Show. So without further ado, here we go. Number 1 is Adam Highbarger. His song is called Illinois Asphalt. Now, I kind of relate to this song because I've been on tour in the US and we've driven on the Illinois asphalt across Illinois, okay? Going to Chicago and all that. And by the way, Adam is one of my favorite artists for this season. And he's also going to be a featured artist now on the Independent Number Ones Volume 10, because we all got together and we said, this guy needs to be heard by the world. He's a new artist, and this is one of my favorite genres, which is modern country. Modern country kind of inspires me to write my own music, so really excited to introduce Adam Highbarger to you guys. Illinois Asphalt, kicking off season 17 for WOAFM 99. Number 2 is Mass, that's the name of the band, okay? And the song is called Terra Nu. Now, this is more kind of like modern rock or alternative rock. That's what I would call it. Really nice sound. And the guy behind Mass is Rogerio Mesquita, okay? Now, that's the guy who's behind this band, and really good sound. And also, I'm proud to say that we've got him into the Independent Number Ones Volume 10 as well. So, fingers crossed, we're going to have a great album this year. Number 3 is Catherine Du, from the WOA Chillout Zone Volume 9, our number 1 selling album, number 1 on the iTunes charts. And this is her remix of the Ben Hobbs single, Blind to You. And it's called the Catherine Du Stargazing Remix. And Catherine Du has been on several of our WOA Chillout Zone albums before. And this is one of her best, I should say. Well, it hit the number 1, so obviously it's one of the best. Number 4 is Bars Noble with the song Fantasy. Now, Bars is more of a urban artist. I wouldn't say hardcore rap or hip-hop, or R&B. This is kind of urban, very general term, but it's got that modern urban feel, and it's a very modern sounding song. I really like it. Number 5 is Mick J. Clarke, one of my favorite retro acts. Mick J is also my mum's favorite artist now. We really like this guy's music, okay? His songs are just really awesome. I mean, he needs to be heard by everybody. I mean, his songs are great, and this is a perfect example of a real independent star who's not known by the masses simply because he's not played 24 hours a day on commercial radio. Well, WOAFM 99 is changing the industry on its head, okay? We are now getting artists on the charts. We're getting these wonderful artists onto albums that hit number 1 on the Billboard charts, on the iTunes charts, on the national charts in major countries. And we're changing how the industry now is going to look at independent musicians. And I'm proud to say we are one of the pioneers who are actually getting independent musicians to the masses. Okay, this is one of my favorite songs. It's called There's Nothing Anybody Can Do. Trust me, once you hear this song, you're not going to be able to stop humming it. That's a guarantee from me. And it's kind of like an old school song, okay? But it's just one of those songs that is like a classic, I think. And last but not least is Silent Stranger, another classic act from Canada with his song A Girl Like You. Now, this is an alternate version of his song, more of a chilled out version, and Silent Stranger is a featured artist on our iTunes #1 album, Goa Chillout Zone Volume 9. Enjoy the music. We'll be back next week with some more fantastic, chart-busting independent music. Oliver Sean signing out.
Up the road at Hanson's Hideaway. But when you're 17 and have to see her, it's a million miles away. One night driving home from that little campground, I felt higher than the stars over my Midwest town. And she gave me that good night kiss she was trying to say. I hit the Illinois asphalt, rolling like thunder, watching the steam rising up through the summer. She's running through my mind like an unbroken white line. Got caught up in the feeling I was under, and I found myself getting lost on the Illinois asphalt. We were thicker than thieves. That last night at the Midway Drive-In, she held tight to me. But forever was only a matter of time. She had to go her way and I'd go mine. She said goodbye, but a memory must have forgotten to leave. I hit the Illinois asphalt, rolling like thunder, watching the steam rising up through the summer. She's running through my mind like an unbroken white line. Got caught up in the feeling I was under, and I found myself getting lost on the Illinois asphalt. I come back here any time of year, and I hit Route 52. Thoughts of her and me start picking up speed the way they always do. On the Illinois asphalt, rolling like thunder, watching the steam rising up through the summer. She's running through my mind like an unbroken white line. I can still taste all the ache and the wonder, and I found myself getting lost on the Illinois asphalt. Oh yeah, the Illinois asphalt.
Duke from the iTunes #1 album, WOA Chillout Zone Volume 9. Stay tuned to the WOA FM99 Radio Show to hear my remix for Ben Hobbs.
Start with the art of again, not knowing when will it end. Going back to a trend, one day will all make sense. Even if you go around the bend, let's make amends. Feeble hearts are broken because of what they were exposing. Living in the rage, the mind is the stage. How many times have a memory played back and forth? Now to resort, another set, we going for more. Explore as we walk on the shore. Indoor, let it be so pure. Por favor, could I get a please? Common courtesy, what's the urgency? What's deferred to me? or what deferred to you, old or new. Living in a fantasy like yo, living in a fantasy like yo. Are you living in a fantasy like a yo yo? Up and down, here you go. Living in a fantasy like yo, living in a fantasy like yo. Are you living in a fantasy like a yo yo? Up and down, here you go. Wake up again, live it up. Reflecting the time, hail them up. Some may think that it's over. As long as you breathe, show up, grow up. But never let the childlike go when it comes to fate to show. Open curtains or coming from a closed door. Opportunity tours to unravel despite the hassle. Responsibility with the mantle. Have a respect for the grind. Sunshine, rainfall. You can learn from all the balls on your court. All net swish. Value the service. Top draft pick. Fully equipped. Humbly submit to something greater. Use it to uplift. Living in a fantasy like yo. Living in a fantasy like yo. Are you living in a fantasy like a yo yo? Up and down, here you go. Living in a fantasy like yo. Living in a fantasy like yo. Are you living in a fantasy like a yo yo? Up and down, here you go. Living in a fantasy like yo. Living in a fantasy like yo. Are you living in a fantasy like a yo yo? Up and down, here you go. Living in a fantasy like yo. Living in a fantasy like yo. Are you living in a fantasy like a yo yo? Up and down, here you go. I'll be there yet. Project. Do you know who you are? Self-check. How to find you? Connect. What defines you? Process. I'll be there yet. Project. Do you know who you are? Self-check. How to find you? Connect. What defines you? Process.
Hi, this is Mick J. Clark from the iTunes #1 album, WOA Chillout Zone Volume 9. Stay tuned to the WOA FM99 Radio Show to hear my 2 songs from this chart-topping album. There's nothing anybody can do. There's nothing anybody can say. Everybody's already told you the love can be harder than tough, like a rodeo ride, or like surfing the tide, or when you're on your own. Loneliness cries. There's nothing anybody can do. There's nothing anybody can say. When somebody tells you that mending a heartache can be quite cathartic, you know that it's true, but wish you hadn't started, cause the life and the soul of your partner's departed. Wipe away your tears, it won't be long before your prince appears. Then you forget all the hurt, all the pain, all the swearing that you'll never go there again. Yes, the love that you tasted was time that you wasted. But love's a casino and the wheel's always turning. So don't leave the table, though your heart is still hurting. Then somebody tells you that mending a heartache can be quite cathartic. You know that it's true, but wish you hadn't started, cause the life and the soul of your part is departed. Wipe away your tears, it won't be long before your prince appears. Then you forget all the hurt, all the pain, all the swearing that you will never go there again. Yes, the love that you tasted was time that you wasted. But love's a casino and the wheel's always turning. So don't leave the table, though your heart is still hurting. But there's nothing anybody can do. There's nothing anybody can say. Everybody's already told you the love can be harder than tough, like a rodeo ride, or like surfing the tide, or when you're on your own. And loneliness cries. There's nothing anybody can do. There's nothing anybody can do.
Hey everybody, this is Richard Simpson from Silent Stranger, part of the iTunes #1 album, WOA Chill Zone Volume 9. Stay tuned to the WOAFM99 Radio Show to hear one of my singles that is included on this chart-topping album.
I love to see you standing there, looking so fine with your long flowing hair. Time is passing, it's got me for a ride. Hits and misses all I'd ever do. Now I can't keep my mind off of you. I can't help it, I need you by my side. I know that we're in love. Does that seem like enough? Feel it's time to say to you, I've been waiting for a girl like you for so long. You know without you I couldn't go on. I've got a reason to live, I've got so much to give. It's so good to know your feelings are strong. I'm waiting for your voice to call me sometime. It's like I'm walking on a very thin line. Time I let you go free, you only came back to me. Tell me everything is fine. Summer sun is creeping through the trees. I can't help thinking not the one for me. You reassure me, you touch me with your hand. I feel afraid, trying to keep control. I may be wrong, there's some things I don't know. Time to time, it's more than I can stand.